This is now going to be the 11th such event, spreading over 4 days. And each time we have tried to come out with a contemporary theme, also keeping in mind the flagship priorities of the government headed by Prime Minister Modi. And incidentally, Prime Minister Modi has been talking so frequently about it that we don't have to actually search for quotes, because he's been talking about science in particularly every major program. And in fact, the other day I was telling to the amusement of others, I said, if you do a survey, you will realize that since 2014, his very first Independence Day address, there's not been a single Independence Day address where it's not flagship one or the other science initiative. For the first time when he came, he spoke about Swachhata. Then next time he spoke about Startup India, Stand Up India. Then once he spoke about Digital India. Then he spoke about, twice he spoke about, Dr. Ravi Chandran was mentioning Deep Ocean Mission. Chandrayaan, of course, in one of his addresses, Gaganyaan, another address. So that's a great motivation. And that's why I say this is one of the best times happening for science and scientific fraternity of India, and therefore also one of the best times to celebrate all this, what is happening around us. And the theme has been very thoughtfully chosen, Vigyan Se Samruddhi for Aatmanirbhar Bharat. So, because it's our considered view and accepted view by all that the next phase of our economic growth as we rise from rank 4 to 1 is going to be entirely or majorly technology driven. And that finally would also lead to reduced reliance on others. And every domain, whether it's life sciences, whether it's agriculture, even the fuel sector, less of dependence on the petroleum products and more in the alternative products, which will also give a new paradigm landscape to the geopolitical nature of things that are going to be there around in the years to come. So you can understand the technology is also going to drive the geopolitical face of the world as such, and India's positioning in that world framework. And therefore, we have 5 new themes, as was being mentioned: science, technology, ecology of Northwest India, because we have tried to have these festivals by turn in different parts of the country. We had one in South, we had one in East in Goa, we had in Northeast, we had in Central India, and this time it was the turn for North India, so we are there in Chandigarh. So also try to focus, while taking universal themes, also try to focus on the region, because we expect that a lot of our catchment participants will be hailing from that region. So we have dedicated science, technology, ecology for Northwestern India and the Himalayan region. And we have a number of institutes, because all the institutes would be coming together. So we have an institute in Palampur, institute in Jammu, and of course a couple of them in Chandigarh, which are actually dealing with the resources which are exclusive to the Northwestern and the Himalayan regions. Then we have ambassadors and science consulates meet. We have the waste to wealth, of course, which is going to be the next surge of economy. We have blue economy, which is the hallmark of the Ministry of Earth Sciences, which is the nodal ministry this time. And we have the International Science Math Olympiads, etc. And as Dr. Rao was mentioning, it virtually would cover everything from moon to deep sea. Last year, the moon was the logo at the site. This time it's going to be the deep sea. And also display of a number of success stories which have emanated from the northern India and the Himalayan region, whether it's the floriculture, the aroma mission, the purple revolution, the new genre of lavender startups, so that more and more stakeholders are able. So that's why we have B2B meetings. We have programs in the form of skits, choreographed dramatics for children, conducted visits for early graduate students, even class 12 level. And there are 9 categories which have been very thoughtfully also sought to be catering to different sections. One is, of course, Vigyan Se Vikas, which is something which the Honorable Prime Minister has been always emphasizing, the foundation of national development and self-reliance going to be science. Then, of course, Aatmanirbhar Bharat through S&T, as is being mentioned in the theme itself, the main theme itself. Then we have the biotechnology and bioeconomy component, because that is going to be the mainstay of future India's economy. We are hope to be $300 billion by 2030. Then science for society and education, as I said. So that's why we have Professor Vig with us, because our stakes are too high, particularly after the floating in of NRF, because earlier on one grievance was that a lot of funding and a lot of resources went to the uh, institutions like IIT, IASC, because the parameters were defined in such way. So in order to ensure more democratization of the resources, particularly for the state level universities and the other universities, we have also, that was one of the major motivations for bringing National Research Foundation, besides of course involving the private sector in a bigger way. Then integration of traditional knowledge and modern science is something that is exclusive to India, which is not exclusive to any other country. So that is where we excel others, because we also have the asset of our huge legacy. And at the same time, we are also into very futuristic themes. The quantum mission, which was launched only last year, we are among 3 or 4. So in simple words, you can say that you will have an entire science, technology, innovation ecosystem brought under single roof, or may I say, single campus of the university headed by Professor Vig. So that's going to be the advantage of it. There's going to be and therefore we also seek you to be there, and some of the media friends, I'm sure Dr. Ravi Chandran would also arrange to carry some of them there, so that you can also, because they are not only going to have serious science, they are also going to have science fun over there. So those who don't look for something serious can look for fun in Chandigarh, in whatever way you define it. That is left to you. But nevertheless, I'm sure that also we will try to cater, because we want to have an assortment of different sections of society. And of course, the media to carry forward the message that we have emphasized, that is the message from lab to globe and from innovation to Aatmanirbhar Bharat. And therefore, as the title indicates, Vigyan Se Samruddhi, science to prosperity. So I think this is the theme that you could be catering to. Thank you very much.